Faith. Let's move this. My faith. My faith shapes my life and does still. Faith is even the best of my spiritual gifts. Faith is my life. But what exactly shaped my faith? First grade catechism has played a large factor in my faith. My catechist was someone who means a lot to me. Without her, I would likely not be this deep in my faith. She taught me about this special place, a place I go to still, to pray, to speak with Jesus, to get away from anything, to confess, even to let go of all my problems. She used to call it our heart home. It's a special place to me, and it's in our heart that only we know where and how to get to. And you can only get there, this is what we were taught, was with a small ball of red yarn that was infinitely long, and you'd roll it, and it would light your way, just like the Lord. And on my way, I'll usually, stop in a barn and have a conversation with Joseph and Mary, which I know is not typical, but that's a thing that I do in my faith. Another event shaping my faith was the move up to Wisconsin. While I was in Illinois, I was taught Catholic, and the Catholic religion and the Lutheran religion are quite similar. There are still a few differences. For example, at our old church, we always dipped our first 2 fingers on our right hand in holy water and did the sign of the cross when entering and exiting a room. Also, we have 7 extra books of the Bible. They're called deuterocanonical books, and I can't remember the names of all of them. Considering I haven't yet read through the entire Bible as I'd like to, this is not a big difference yet. One Bible character sticks out to me, though. This character is Job. Job had everything and was a man who worshipped the Lord with all he could give. Job has a whole lot of cattle, as well as 10 children, 7 boys and 3 girls. Each night, each boy hosts a feast and invites his siblings over and whoever else he wishes. According to Job chapter 1, verse 5, the morning after each feast, Job would get up early and offer sacrifices for each of his children in order to purify them. He always did this because he thought that one of them might have sinned by insulting God unintentionally. Here ends the reading. This is a man who had everything and worshipped the Lord, but Satan decided to test something. He made a bet with God and took it all away. Although, even without his wealth and kids, Job still worshipped the Lord with all he had. Job really stands out to me because of how faithful he is, which leads me into my spiritual gifts. According to a highly accurate test performed, my most prevalent gift from the Lord is faith. I maxed out in faith. I cannot be any more faithful according to this totally accurate test. My next spiritual gift is wisdom, and the Lord gave me wisdom as a close second to faith. I was 1 point off on this highly accurate test. I don't even know where I am anymore. Yeah, I know where I am up here, but not out here. My spiritual gifts are the gifts which God has given me that make me me. And I can use these spiritual gifts to serve in the church by doing whatever I can to help with whatever is needed. Usually I'm already doing so, though it's not very noticeable. Using my faith to the Lord and using my faith to the Lord. I'll change that. And the wisdom he's given me, I can help improve the church, and one small step at a time. Not that it's not already great. I think the church is lovely. Moving on, along with my first grade catechist, I have people who've led my faith and built it up to what it is today. My mother is a strong mentor in my faith. Not only was she my catechist for a few years, but she was also the one who kept me going to church every Sunday, even if I didn't want to. Now, I understand that Sunday is the Sabbath and it's the day that we're meant to respect the Lord. That now I understand that. Before, my little mind is like, I don't want to go to church, I want to stay in bed, I'm so tired. So, also my father is a very strong mentor in my faith. I only met him 4 years ago. He's really my stepfather, but I call him my father. He is my father. He's a very strong mentor in my faith, And when he came into my life, he was very religious, and he taught me about many things in the time that he's been here. Lastly, everyone here at the church. I can't just write a statement about my faith without talking about people like Miss Holly or Miss Kelly and all of you who have, in one way or another, improved my faith somehow. You all devote a lot of your life to the time and time to the church and to us. And I feel like recognizing that is a great thing in my faith. To conclude, I'd like to share a reading of one of my favorite verses in the Bible. Romans chapter 12, verse 12. Let your hope keep you joyful, be patient in your troubles, and pray at all times. Here ends the reading.